It is Monday.
It is fucking Monday. And it feels like a Monday.
Yes, heavily. uh, that like totally threw me off for a second. All right. Very good. Welcome to this isn't our first edition for 2022, is it?
Yes it is, I believe.
Aha. So those of you joining us this morning, welcome to the first edition of the Morning Shred in the morning, way too early.
Of 2022.
Not awake.
Yeah, we would have done it last week.
Shred.
Had some work training stuff, so here we are.
Yes. Awesome stuff. You never know when these two assholes are going to pop up.
No, you don't.
All right. We got a doozy for you today.
Yes, we do.
They're calling it the most anticipated rock and metal albums of 2022.
I'm usually pretty good about keeping up to date on what's coming out, but I've fallen behind a little bit. So this will be good, not only for like myself writing reviews, seeing what's going to come out, but also very much judging Loudwire for what they're highly anticipating.
And why.
Exactly.
So, yeah, definitely tune into threewitchesentertainment.com to catch all those reviews, as well as Facebook.
Yes. Before we get into it, though, I think I'd like to run a commercial. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Check out this word from our sponsor at Desires Creep Shop.
Because nothing says I love you more than a wonderful horror t-shirt.
Exactly.
Hopefully, those you watching out there, Three Witches Land, definitely has an awesome Valentine's Day line. Actually, that's the first time I really realized that she even had those.
Right.
So glad they were in the commercial. They are very cool. I have to say, the Ghostface shirt is definitely one of my faves.
Agreed.
Although I'm leaning a little bit more towards the Halloween one.
Wow. Yeah.
Pretty awesome shit. So, handmade, everything she does, everything that you saw, and more at her Etsy shop on Etsy.com. And get yourself some good shit.
Absolutely.
All right.
Right.
So let's tear into this.
You want to go first, or would you like me to go first?
I'll let you take this one.
All right. Now, first of all, I have to say this. This list did things fucking alphabetically.
I guess they were just trying to make sure that they learned something when they were in school. All right. Well, the biggest problem with the list as a whole is there is not any real dates for any of these releases. So as we're giving them to you, don't be expecting them to come out, next week, because we don't know.
Exactly. Good morning,
Charlie from Rhythm All. What is up, brother? Woo woo.
All right. The first one on this list, we have a new album by Alter Bridge. We don't have a title. We don't have a title. We don't have a date. We don't have anything.
Zero. Absolutely fucking nothing. As you're going to find with most of these bands this morning, everything is just kind of like allegedly or up in the air.
Right. And like, they're a decent band and all, but like, if they, we haven't gotten a single, we haven't gotten any information at all, how can it be super highly anticipated?
I mean, are they just kind of sitting there, tweaking their nipples, going, "Oh, I hope they put something out this year"?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, I'm that way about a couple things on this list, but definitely this one.
Right. I don't know. Never really got into the band too much. It's one of those things. If they're not being pushed a lot or a lot of advertising, from the label, it's kind of hard to know unless you just really dig the band what the scoop is. So
exactly.
They're saying that they have some scheduled studio time for this year, but that doesn't mean it's going to be a fucking album.
No, it doesn't. That doesn't mean
that just means they're going in there throwing some ideas together.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But if you dug their last one, which was Walk the Sky, which was about 2 years ago, I guess this could be either newer stuff that's better, or could be worse, or it could be the same. I don't know. So just keep up with that if you're a fan of Alter Bridge.
Yeah.
Not too much to say there. Now, this next one would be really cool if they do it. And it's still the original fucking line. No, I tell a lie. There is a different second guitarist. Now, this is Anthrax. Anthrax hasn't put out anything since 2016.
Right? That's a long ass time.
Oh my fuck. So, a lot of us are kind of like old school thrash, type listeners and stuff. So Anthrax was definitely one that was very fun. But just by looking at the new photo there, seems to have a new second guitarist, which is kind of different.
Yeah.
But mostly the original members. So what we normally get from Anthrax, I'm almost positive we're going to have a fresh new sound. They just celebrated their 40th anniversary. Holy fuck.
Right.
Not a lot of 80s metal bands can say that.
No, they can't.
They really can't. So,
and the ones that can, a lot of them need to friggin' retire. But Anthrax is still pretty good.
Very decent. Not to mention, most people just love Scott Ian.
Oh, yeah. I love that man so much.
He's awesome. His humor is definitely dry as fuck, and it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like this comment. Yes. Charlie says, always have my shit together before I go to the studio. Yes. You really should, because you're just wasting the label's money and time if you're just going in there scratching your ass going, I might write something today. Yep. So I definitely agree with that. But if they do, that would be great. But then again, sometime in 2022 is what it says. Sometime.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll see what happens with that. Ooh, this next one's going to be great.
Maybe.
Really?
Read the description.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. So we're talking about Avenged Sevenfold. They also have not put anything out since 2016.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Because the next one for me was Arch Enemy.
Oh, it is. Well, I'll talk about Avenged Sevenfold and then we can backtrack. It says they've been in a bit of a holding pattern, waiting for restrictions to lessen so they can finish up the record. Okay, they're not a bad band. They're pretty good. However, singer M. Shadows has revealed the album will include a wide array of influences, including Kanye West.
This is under Arch Enemy?
No, I said we're good. Finish talking about Avenged Sevenfold backtrack since I fucked up.
Fail. A wide array of influences, with rapper Kanye West being among them.
I cannot get behind that.
Cricket. Cricket. If that's the case, I'm going to hate part of this record. I mean, I'm all about bands expanding and, trying different things. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you have a formula that you are known for, don't break it.
And even if you do, don't involve Kanye West.
My thing is, it's like they're trying to prove something, or they just don't have the confidence in themselves enough to say, hey, we can put out a great record, but we need help. Just trying to keep yourself relevant and all that stuff. I don't think you should do that. It hurts your image, and the fans can see it.
Agreed.
Big time. So we'll see what comes out.
All right, now we'll backtrack back to Arch Enemy.
Oh yes, so excited. And not just because the female lead vocalist is Doyle's wife, but the fact that she came into this band that was already very established and freaking took them to another height on the rung of metal. So I guess they released a couple of new songs
at the end of 2021, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that, though. I didn't know they released anything. Did you?
No. I mean, I had seen some advertisements come through, but nothing, saying that, oh, hey, there's new singles coming out and all that shit.
Right.
So I may have to run and take a listen to that.
Agreed.
But, and it's been a while since they have released stuff. And, with COVID and all that, not everybody lives in the same area or whatever. So travel is tough. That's why some of these releases are kind of just now surfacing a little bit.
Right.
But definitely excited to see what they got.
Agreed.
Should be a good record.
Now, this next one, I'm skeptical about. Supposedly, her next album is going to be pure rock and roll.
Well,
Avril Lavigne.
I mean, she dropped a pop punk track called Bite Me in 2021.
I didn't hear it, did you?
No.
I don't really want to hear it, do you?
Consequently, I thought she fell off the mat.
I kind of also
do. I don't know. And here we go. She's like pulling in people like Travis Barker.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently some other people to make her relevant again. That's what I have to say.
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants to hear it anyway?
Other than diehard Avril Lavigne fans, nobody.
Blame Canada. Come on. She's like the Bryan Adams of Canada. I don't know. We'll see what comes out.
Yep.
I think she did. Didn't she do a Metallica song, a Metallica cover? I think. Yeah, it was for, I don't know, whatever anniversary it was. It was a live show, and she butchered the fuck out of it.
Oh, it was so bad.
Oh, it was so terrible. And of course, drummer Lars Ulrich was, yeah, this is great. I mean, go away, Lars. We don't like you.
It was as bad as Hannah Montana's cover of Nirvana.
Oh, goodness.
It was that level of bad.
I don't think I heard that one, and I already know. Woo. Don't fuck up a classic.
No.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Stop. Just stop.
But apparently it's anticipated to arrive at the top of 2022, which means it could drop maybe sometime this month, maybe next month. I don't know. Probably won't know. Probably won't care.
I will probably give it a listen and write the most negative, nasty, horrible review I've ever written.
Which everyone will probably appreciate, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. Usually I won't write bad reviews, but like something that big, I need to do it.
Oh yeah, for
If
sure.
I can even make it all the way through the album.
Right. Without losing your lunch.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Oh my goodness. So
Another band who I thought had kind of just fallen off the radar.
very much so, but I mean, their lead singer and bass player just beat cancer.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's why they've been really down, not just because of COVID, but because he ended up, having to go through treatments and stuff. So
Right.
I can kind of understand why they've been silent. But as you know, Travis Barker has been appearing on all kinds of people's shit,
Yeah,
which is fine. I guess that just keeps him busy.
Yeah.
Because some of the stuff he's done, I'm just kind of like, why'd you do it? Was it the money?
Yeah.
Had to be the money.
Had to be the money.
Had to be the money. Let's see. It says here Travis Barker became the guru for a new generation of punk acts while playing on just about everyone's record. Yep. Exactly.
And of course, we're talking about, because we haven't actually said it, Blink 182.
Oh, yeah. In case you didn't know.
Yeah. In which case, that's what rock you've been underneath, but
they're right. Let's see, confirming that a reunion was something all members were interested in. So this kind of means maybe, sort of. Yeah. Just because one of the other members confirmed that a reunion would happen doesn't mean there's going to be a record.
Yeah.
I mean, just like any other nostalgia act, they could just be going out just to play the old stuff.
Right.
So I don't know. We will see.
We'll see.
And it even ends with, which is expected in 2022, ? So why even put it on there?
Don't even know.
It's like most people won't even read through some of these things anyway, just because they see the picture, they see the name, they go, oh, something new.
Right.
And probably won't even realize that they just basically teased you to death.
Yeah.
So don't be too hard pressed on a new record from them. Yeah. At least that's how I feel about it. Here's another band I thought fell off the map.
Agreed. Bring Me the Horizon. I guess that's put an album out in 2020, but I didn't know that.
Yes, something called Post-Human Survival Horror.
Okay.
Were you playing too much video games?
Probably.
It just sounds like a video game title to me for some reason.
It says right here, keyboardist Jordan Fish has revealed that their next album, expected in 2022, is more influenced by emo and screamo.
You just fucking lost me. When you gonna find out that emo sucks?
Hey, easy there.
To a degree.
I'm not a big fan of screamo, but I'm okay with some emo.
I said to a degree.
To a degree. Okay.
I'm saying if it sounds like you're whining because, your next door neighbor broke your favorite toy, just is not.
Then you stubbed your toe and then you ran out of your Monster energy drinks. Or is it Rockstar? Rockstar energy drinks.
Right. I mean, this just goes back to the same thing we were talking about before.
Yeah.
If you have a signature sound and it's working for you, because believe it or not, I mean, they just put out a new record last year or 2 years ago, actually. So why change it?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have to see how that actually comes out.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Now, this next one I'm actually excited for. However, I have one little issue. It says right at the end, David Draymond revealed the band was eyeing fall 22 for this release. So if they're eyeing the fall, which is already super late in the year, I bet money that's going to be pushed back to next year.
Wouldn't be surprised, or possibly a pre-Christmas release.
Yeah.
As a possibility.
But of course, I say Draymond, we're talking about Disturbed. And supposedly the direction of this next album is going to be like old school Disturbed, and it's angsty and aggressive. So I'm looking forward to that.
To tell you the truth, that's definitely what's needed, because that last record was just wasn't very hard hitting.
No, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I did, but it didn't have that edge that I'm used to hearing from them.
Yeah. I mean, I still go back to 10,000 Fists and Believe, which in my opinion is the best record they've ever made.
Agreed.
You know, they were at a really good height, and then it's just, I don't know, the Sound of Silence came out, and that whole record just seems centered around that track.
Right. I mean,
that was really the only single.
It was, and don't get me wrong, that's an amazing song.
It is.
But I'm looking forward to them returning to their roots.
Most definitely. As long as it's not like Metallica trying to become thrash again.
I got diarrhea.
That would just be horrible.
Yeah.
But I am most definitely looking forward to those hooks, the chunky riffs, and the drums that are just so fucking punchy.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. What do you
think?
I
don't know what to say about these fuckers.
I don't know. I like some of their stuff, but they're just they're getting stale to me. Like, everything sounds the same. Like, I know we're saying, you know, if you have something that works for you, stick to it. But at the same time, it's like, you can stick to your shtick and still put out original sounding music.
Exactly. There's like you said, keeping your signature sound, but not recycling.
Exactly. I don't think I've even listened to anything new they put out in the past at least 5+ years, because I'm just not interested in keeping up with them anymore.
No, and it seems like they're again relying on covers to get them through. It's like every time that they're played on the radio, it's a cover of somebody else's shit.
That is very true.
Which is
always either like Bad Company or
right.
Actually, that's probably the only one of their songs I've ever heard on the damn radio. Although I have heard their song Jekyll and Hyde on the radio. That was original. Yes.
Which actually, that one's pretty good. I've never had a problem with that song.
No.
But I don't know. I have to agree. Between that and the vocalist's personal issues, they seem like a train wreck. Especially live, which is where it really counts. So hopefully they've got their shit together.
However, I do have to give them a little bit of kudos, because they have one song I can't listen to without bawling my eyes out.
Which one's that?
Their cover of "Gone Away" by The Offspring.
Oh yeah, I have heard that. It's decent.
It is.
It's very decent.
But if you're still living under a rock, we're talking about Five Finger Death Punch.
Yes, and for some reason, they re-recorded a version of their debut EP.
Why? It's not
Sounds to me like they had to fulfill contract and they just couldn't get their shit together. Not to mention they've gone through lineup changes quite a bit.
They have.
Lost their original drummer, who became a sheriff. I mean, that's fine if that's what you want to do.
Oh, yeah. That's
cool.
Fine.
But I think they lost a little bit of their edge when he left. And I think they also switched out a guitar player. As well,
probably. So. All right. Well, before we move on to this next one, I have a real quick commercial for our sponsor at Royal 10 Clothing.
Yes. definitely keep your eye on Royal 10 clothing this year. They have a ton of new designs that they're going to be putting up there, as well as some new ambassadors, band-wise. I believe they just picked up a couple, so be looking for some newer stuff.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm going to definitely let you take this one.
Yes. I have been waiting for this. I feel like for fucking ever. It was announced like over a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about Ghost. I am so freaking excited for their next album.
Yes. I've heard some rumors that it's going to be a bit heavier.
Thank goodness. I definitely look forward to it. I know everyone has heard their cover, not a cover. I'm not awake yet. Everyone has heard their new song, Hunter's Moon, that was put out for the Halloween movie. What a killer track. So, I know that's not from this album, but, I hope that that's a little glimpse of what we're getting, and I am very much looking forward to it.
Oh, most definitely. Let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're currently on tour with Volbeat, and I believe Twin Temple is also joining them.
Yes, I'm going to see them next month. I can't fucking wait.
And I just got my new drop from them, so woo woo. So they've been really busy, which explains why they haven't, put anything new out just yet.
Right.
So probably I would say at the end of this tour, they'll probably get into the studio to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's a concept for the new album based on the book, The Rule of Empires, that will explore the rise and inescapable failures that have ruined empires throughout history. So that's cool.
Right.
You know me, I'm a huge fan of concept albums.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're talking about, let's say, the Romans or
right,
anything that happened in England with all those different kings and whatnot,
mm-hmm.
I could see why it would probably be a heavier record. So it's got to match. That should be cool.
Definitely.
Sweet.
You want the next one?
I can take the next one.
All right.
I've always kind of dug these guys.
Same. I love these guys.
There was a couple of, again, bands at the forefront somehow get knocked back 5 or 6 steps.
Mm-hmm.
They're no longer as, even, classic rock stations that play a lot of stuff from the early 2000s. Don't really hear a lot of Godsmack being played.
No, you don't.
They're not a bad band.
No, they're not. They're fantastic. I love a Godsmack.
Absolutely. But the only songs you ever hear is I Stand Alone
and Voodoo.
So
yeah, it's I Stand Alone and Voodoo, and once in a great while you hear Whatever. And that's like it.
Yes. That's true too. Go away.
I love that song so much.
And it was so good, and they were so kind of like, I don't know, cutting edge a little bit.
Oh, definitely. And then they had their 2000 Horsepower album, which was all covers, and that was also a great album. I think I've heard that one around a few times too.
Yeah, definitely not bad. They said they decided to take a time allotted by the pandemic to focus on multiple projects, but Sully did let us know that he wanted to do an acoustic record.
Hell yeah.
Could be interesting. It's worked for some bands that are a little bit more alternative in the metal genre.
Right.
Especially like when Alice in Chains put out that acoustic record, that thing was sick.
Oh, okay. It says they want to do acoustic revisiting of some of their previous songs, but they also have plans for a full-length rock album.
Right.
Okay. Sweet.
So they might, maybe, hopefully, not sure.
Please. Please.
Again.
Crossed.
I know. It's like, give us some actual, meat to this dish.
Absolutely. I saw them live 3 or 4 years ago. It was a fucking great show. They're
good live.
I can't wait to hear their new stuff.
They are very, very good live. And that's like super important to me. You can play a record all day long, but if the band can't do it live,
yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is the biggest what if band I think in all of metal history. And they're not even metal, they're just hard rock.
Yeah. We're talking about Guns N' Roses, and I guess they're putting out a new EP this year. Coming out at the end of next month.
After all this time.
They haven't dropped anything since 2008.
I mean, and all you're going to do is put out an EP?
Hang on. An EP, in my book, is different than an album. Therefore, it does not belong on this list of anticipated albums. Yeah.
I'm not even, to be honest with you, I'm not even anticipating an EP from them.
No.
I don't know. I'm just kind of done with them, I guess.
Yeah. I guess Slash said that. Hang on. Slash said in October the group hadn't actually started working on any new material, but we've been doing a lot of material. We have a lot of material that's been sitting around for a while.
That means years.
Yeah. What the hell? No, get the fuck out of here with that.
So that will be a whole focused endeavor unto itself.
Yeah.
How much more cryptic can you possibly get?
Although knowing him, he wasn't trying to be cryptic. He was just fucked up on something or other.
There's a favorite buddy, Jack. And I mean, let's be honest, though. The Chinese Democracy was not that great of an album for them. And of course, you know, Axel being Axel goes off on a tangent, disappears for however long.
Yeah.
Puts on a ton of weight, loses it, and now they're really serious. So, and what a pretentious title, though. Hard School?
That's all I have to say about that mess.
More like Hard Not to Barf.
Agreed.
We'll see what happens with that.
Now, this next one I'm definitely looking forward to.
And it gives us a little bit of hope. It says spring.
It does, and they did just drop a single a couple months ago. It was really good. We're talking about Hailstorm. They did just drop the single Back from the Dead, and I friggin' love that song. That was really fucking good. So
very well received.
Absolutely. So we don't have a release date yet, but you know, early this year, spring, hopefully. So I'm definitely, I think that'll be a kick-ass album.
And it sounds like you know, fans will definitely be able to relate with it. Because it's kind of like they're getting some inspiration from listening to others' survival stories.
Right.
So there's definitely going to probably be some heart wrenchers in there somewhere. So, you know, but I'm sure knowing them, they're going to kind of go with the direction of, you know, never lose hope kind of thing.
Right.
So definitely excited to see this one.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Also excited about this next one.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised, I must say.
I'm not.
Reason being, there were so many rumors going around that they were done.
That is true, but you know, J Devil lost his wife and all sorts of stuff, so you know he's got a ton of emotions that he needs to get out, and you know that means he needs to make another album.
Oh, for sure. Definitely not taking that away. So, you know, I am pleasantly surprised and looking forward to it. Because it just seems like the more they go on, the heavier they get.
Oh, for sure.
And I think their drummer really has a lot to do with that. The newer guy. I mean, he's been there for what, maybe 10 years now?
Yeah, something like that.
But ever since he took over, they've just been hard hitting. Oh, didn't you know I was the ladies' man?
Oh my goodness.
Kitty.
Well, shit.
Insert as many puns as possible if you're out there.
Yes. A few weeks ago, they released their first single from this album called Start the Healing. What a great track.
I haven't heard it. So I will have to do that.
Yeah, you need to. It's really fucking good.
And we actually have an album title, which gives us even more help. Or hope. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Help. Hope, both. It's called Requiem. So,
yes.
Sweet.
Absolutely. I feel like they're like the kings of one word album titles. They're all only one word, and they're like all great.
We're talking about Lamb of God.
All right, Lamb of God.
Pretty much has become, I would say, the Pantera of the mid 2000s, 2010 and on.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, they've been around for a very, very long time. Probably, I want to say about 25 years now.
At least, yeah, definitely.
And, you know, not having the brother combo between the drummer, Chris Adler, and the guitarist, people thought that it's probably not going to be that great. Those are big shoes to fill, that kind of thing. And they seem to be doing well. I've even, through the pandemic, saw they did a studio performance. Sounded fucking great. And they were all in 4 different locations. It was crazy. The drummer's fantastic. He's definitely got what it takes to fill those shoes. So hopefully, and this is the one thing about Lamb of God, kind of stale, sounds recycled.
Yeah.
Hoping this is fresh new blood and it's going to just fucking just dominate, you know, like
yeah,
Gojira
I hope so too, definitely.
Because right now, I still have to say Gojira, top of my list. That's a tough album to try to beat.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Now this next one, I'm a wolf hook it before we even fucking say what it is.
Thank you. I was feeling the ground shake, and I'm like, I better get some Hulk action.
Loudwire, what the flying fuck were you thinking putting this on this fucking list? Are you joking? Machine Gun Kelly?
Who is currently thinking that he is more of a badass than Slipknot. All because he got pissed off because Slipknot fans at a festival that they were both at, he's on a different stage, was pissed, saying they were just a bunch of 50-year-old guys in masks. I'm the future. No, Machine Gun Kelly. No. You're the future of the Department of Sanitation.
So that's
where you belong, in the toilet.
Definitely fucking does not belong on this stupid fucking list. And I don't even want to waste any more of my fucking time talking about it.
No, motherfucker couldn't fucking hang in rap. So now he thinks he's a punk rock god. I got one word for you. Misfits.
Yeah.
That's
I have a word.
Yes.
Yes. All right, moving on
to the next one. I'm done with that.
Yep. Do you want the next one?
This is actually surprising. We have another guy who beat cancer, a legend, of course.
Right.
Dave Mustaine. And they're actually putting out a new record. They haven't had one since 2016.
Right.
Well, obviously, because of all the trials, tribulations over the years. We have a title, so there is hope on this. We don't have a release date for it, but the sick, the dying, and the dead.
That's kind of a cool title.
Sure, that's probably encompassing everything that this guy's been through.
You're wrong, Tanks. Old school MGK was not good. Okay, continue.
Like I said, the son of a bitch couldn't hang in the rap game and now thinks that he's some punk rock guy. Sorry. Unfortunately, there's a lot of idiots out there that are just eating that shit up like it's fucking candy, and it ain't. It's
no
the worst hit of crack you could ever do. It's like, wipe my ass. Here it is.
All right, so
but,
I guess
I'm actually kind of excited for a new Megadeth album.
Agreed, and I guess the title track was inspired by the bubonic plague, so that's pretty cool.
Holy shit!
Right?
Doesn't get much darker than that, if you ask me.
No, it doesn't.
Oh fuck! No! I don't want it. I don't.
I'd rather talk about this than MGK.
True.
Metallica. What? Metallica? You're putting out another goddamn album?
Why?
What
Hang on. What could they possibly have to say now?
I don't know.
How do you come back from butchering one of the greatest Rammstein songs in Rammstein history?
You don't.
Practically booed out of Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
I'm not fighting you, brother. Not alone.
We're on the same wavelength on that one. Metallica was fucking dead 15 fucking years ago. I don't care how many different bass players they get.
I'm very confused. Very confused about why this is on here, because it says right here, Lars Ulrich stated in September it was way too early to talk about a follow-up to their last album. So why the frig is this on here talking about them putting out something new soon?
Dick writing.
Clearly,
whoever wrote this portion of this is dick writing Metallica. You can play the first 4 albums as many times as you want, but you ain't never going to get the real deal back. Sorry.
No, Next.
Shit. Now this, I'm excited for.
Agreed. This one I am excited for.
Motionless in White. Yes. They're looking at a summer release. But they're another one that I think got caught in the pandemic issues. Their last record was back in 2019. So, but it says singer Chris Motionless confirmed the 2022 new album timeline, while adding that Time Bomb served more as a standalone track that they could promote while touring. So they dropped a single.
I didn't hear it. Did you?
Like I said, man, check it out. Some of these labels, I think, are just relying on the bands to get the word out more than them actually putting any kind of promotional behind them.
Yeah, which isn't that kind of what being on a label supposed to do for you? Just saying.
Yeah, that's the whole point of paying management and A&R and all that other shit. They should be paying me. To be quite honest, just because the bands that I have are on, labels, I still promote the fuck out of them every fucking chance I get. I don't care if they just put a video up that they were blowing their fucking nose.
Right.
You got to promote the artists that you represent. Plain and simple.
Right.
And then let the fans decide.
Pretty much. And
here's a band I am not familiar with at all.
I vaguely remember hearing a few of the singles here and there, like in the early 2000s on the radio, but that's like it. I'm not very familiar with Muse. I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean, the name, I think I've heard maybe. I don't know. I don't know too much about them at all. It says, have made the most of their pandemic downtime. Not only did Matt Bellamy work on solo music, but the band started working on a new album right in the midst of 2020. It's a weird thing to say, but it suits the music I write. And I don't know. I guess he's saying it's going to be edgy a little bit.
Right.
Said it was a metal-leaning jam that had his son headbanging. So they must think that they've got the heavy.
I don't think they do. I think you're right about that, Tanks. Muse got big because of a movie soundtrack. I think that's right.
And that's kind of the thing. There's some bands that get broke by, being on a soundtrack. But if you don't have the cojones
exactly
to make an entirely, great album and not just a single, you're not going to fucking last.
Well, they have for quite a while, but I don't know why.
That's the thing. Again, like I said, hasn't been on my radar, and they're obviously not metal.
No, they're not.
I don't know. Maybe now they want to try and pretend that they're metal. Okay, well, good luck.
Maybe. I don't know.
Good luck with that.
Good fucking luck with that. Agreed. All right. Before we move on, I'm going to run another commercial. If you like what you're seeing here, folks, check out our merch store. We greatly appreciate it. It helps us a lot.
Please.
All right.
Definitely. If you are a fan of what we do and the all the awesome fucking programming on Three Witches Entertainment, get yourself a shirt, man. They're badass. Guaranteed.
They definitely are.
Without y'all, there is no us.
They're definitely badass. I should know I designed them.
All right. Excellent. And what a good job you've done.
Oh, well, thank you.
I have always been a huge fan of Nita Strauss.
Agreed.
She's played for some of the best in the business. And there's a reason. She is a killer guitarist.
Yes.
I mean, that's really all I can say about her. She's mostly known for playing with Alice Cooper.
Right.
It's fucking huge.
That is absolutely huge. And apparently this is going to include some of her all-time favorite vocalists appearing on tracks alongside her instrumentals. So I think this is going to be killer.
And apparently, Disturbed's David Draymond is one of those vocalists. So
hell to the yes.
That's going to be fucking killer for sure. It was a breakout single called Dead Inside back in 2021.
I didn't hear that one.
I didn't either, which is interesting. I'll have to go back and check that out. It's kind of weird. If you don't follow the bands that you dig, you really aren't going to know what's, going on. Because like I said, labels just seem to be taking a back seat.
It does definitely seem that way, yeah.
It's kind of stupid.
It seems like all labels do is post the video on their social media, like on their YouTube channels, and that's kind of all you get.
So if you're not really, like I said, following all of any of these artists' social medias, you really ain't going to know what's going on. I mean, the radio sure as fuck ain't going to tell you.
Yeah. All right. Up next, again. Mad love for the Oz, man. Mad love for Oz. But, like, dude, just retire.
I mean...
Right?
Honestly, the man is bored.
I mean, that's
and
fine.
If you've had a legendary career like he doesn't know anything else.
That is true.
He
the only thing he knows how to do is sit on the couch and go, Sharon!
Get my trousers! I can't fit up! Ozzy's one of my idols of all time, so I'm just poking fun,
Oh yeah,
but obviously he was on his farewell tour and barely got halfway through it, and things just started going awry. Right. You add the pandemic in there. Now he can't tour on the record that he just put out, which sucks. Absolutely. Because that last album was actually very good.
It was. I definitely
was very pleasantly surprised.
I can't tell you how many times I've heard a couple of the singles, especially like Under the Graveyard on the radio.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
And I think the other one was called the Green Man, I think. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
It was one of the other singles. The guy that played Aquaman was the one who played in the video, which was really cool. But yeah, I think he's really hoping that he'll actually be able to tour on this record.
Right.
Because bands are out there and they are doing, their thing now. It's a little bit better. Europe is still pretty locked up, watertight, but
especially, States, with his age and his medical history, he's definitely got to be extra, extra careful.
No shit. They better have a motherfucking walker and a wheelchair.
Just, prop him up in like an armchair on stage and he can sit there.
I mean, he'll still be clapping.
Oh, for sure.
But this album is actually featuring a lot of different musicians.
Yes, it is.
This actually might be pretty badass. Thank goodness Zakk Wylde is appearing on this record because he was not on the last one.
No, he wasn't. He was definitely missing.
Not taking anything away from Andrew Watt, but Zakk is Zakk for a reason.
Agreed.
So we got Zakk Wylde on there. We got Tony Iommi, the riff god of all time.
Yes.
Which I actually heard some bad news about that track, saying it was the worst one they've ever done together. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know. It hasn't been released. No one's heard anything. So
right.
I don't know. Jeff Beck. Wow.
Okay.
And Eric Clapton on this record. He's basically going, I'm Ozzy. I can have anybody I want on my record. That's the way it's going to be.
I mean, that's fair.
Most definitely. All right. And Andrew Watt is producing that record as well. So it'll probably sound something, like the last one.
All right. We still have quite a ways to go on this list.
Papa Roach is awesome.
Agreed.
I love
it. Same. I used to listen to a lot more of his when I, early to mid 2000s, but I'm definitely looking forward to this next one, especially because this new album is said to include their first ever acoustic ballad. I'm very curious what that's going to sound like.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Right?
For sure. We really don't have any info on this.
No. We don't have a title. We don't have a date. We don't have anything.
Which is why it simply ends in look for more album news, including the title, release date coming early in the new year.
Yep.
Vegas fuck. Thanks a lot for teasing us.
Yeah.
My goodness. All right. Now this is kind of exciting.
Agreed.
There has not been anything for Paramore since 2017.
Yeah.
Just a killer fucking band, and the vocalist is fucking incredible.
Agreed.
All the way around. Very punkish, more modern punkish, I would say, in a lot of ways. Very high energy. And apparently the lead singer has been focusing on releasing solo music. It's kind of weird. Why would you go out so soon doing your own stuff
I don't know.
when your band is at the height of killer popularity?
Right.
That can sometimes hurt artists. So
yeah,
the fact that they're, looking at doing something, hopefully this year, we think,
yes,
is great, because I think fans will definitely be wanting more.
absolutely. All right, this next one, who the fuck is this?
I
what
don't
kind of band name
have
is
a
that also?
fucking clue. Who the hell is
Porcupine Tree?
Porcupine Tree?
See, that hearing the name of the band, all I can think of is when I was in college out in the woods, there was this one tree that Porcupine liked to hang out with, and I called it a porcupine tree because there's always a pile of shit at the bottom of this tree. That's all I can think of. I hope their band sounds better than Porcupine Poop.
Or it could be a premonition of what's to come.
Yes.
Anyways, they actually have a release date and a title. So if you're fans of these three guys, the new album is going to be called Closure Continuation, and it should be out June 22nd.
All right. And they haven't put anything out since 2009. That's an awful long time. Have they been around this long? We've never heard of them. That's what I'm confused about.
Somebody, please give us a record deal. We need a record deal, please. Apparently, that's what they've been doing for years, because
apparently
they ain't done shit.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Now, this next one we're both super excited for. Yes. You doing a little tilt hammer over there? Yes. Fucking Rammstein.
Woo woo.
Yes.
The best news originally is the fact that their stadium tour is going to resume.
Yes.
So that's going to be fucking sick. But as we know, and we saw photos of it last year a lot, that they were in the studio writing and putting a record together.
Yeah,
so,
we have like no information about it. They're keeping it very hush-hush, which is definitely awesome. But Richard Crispa did say that the album is expected to be out before their tour, which starts on May 15th.
So that means within the next 3 months, we could be getting another gift.
Yes. I'm very excited about that. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. This is interesting. I guess their drummer, Christoph, previewed the music for an astronaut who was aboard the ISS. That's kind of cool.
It's pretty awesome. They just have multiple talents, man. Multiple.
Definitely. Now, this next one, I didn't even realize they were still putting out new music.
Oh, yeah. Wait. While the return of guitarist John Frusciante certainly garnered interest at the top of 2019. All right, so that was the original guitar player who started out with them, had a horrible heroin problem, finally picked him up, brought him back, dusted him off. Things were going great. Then he disappeared again.
Okay.
I don't know. When they had Jane's Addiction guitarist, shit, I can't remember his fucking name.
Dave Navarro?
Guy with the long black hair.
Yeah, Dave Navarro.
Dave Navarro. When they had him in the band, they never sounded better to me.
Agreed. I mean,
it was a bit heavier, a bit rockier. But for some reason, they wanted to get Frusciante back. So I don't know.
I think that was probably a mistake.
Yeah. So
now, one thing I don't get is in October, their drummer confirmed they were almost done with the new album, but they haven't actually given like a release date or anything like that. So how do we even if they're almost done in October, that doesn't necessarily mean they're putting it out this year.
No, especially with as many releases that are coming out this year, they might want to wait till the following.
Yeah. We'll see.
All depends. That's the problem with major labels, too.
Agreed. All right. Up next.
This next one, if you are a Sabaton fan and they are sick live,
I bet they are. I bet they fucking are.
Woo! Oh, man. You can see any of their, I think, 2019 concerts, big festivals. They're fucking sick. The War to End All Wars, and its release date is going to be March 4th. So if you're looking for some killer fucking...
Yes.
You could almost call them power metal.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
I think that's pretty accurate, yeah.
Sick. So.
All right. This next one, I had no idea they were still doing new shit. Isn't it time for them to fucking retire?
I mean, it should be. But, you know, if you grew up, you know, 80s, 90s, even the early 2000s, you knew who the fuck Scorpions were.
Oh, definitely.
Rock You Like a Hurricane. It's one of the biggest rock anthems of all time. I wouldn't even really call them metal, to be honest.
But, no, they're rock.
Yeah.
Hard rock. Yeah.
For sure.
But,
and they picked up...
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I was going to say this is going to be their 19th studio album, and it's coming out February 25th.
Holy shit.
Wait, hang on.
19th album.
Hang on. Now I'm confused because right underneath the title here, it says release date April 25th. But down in the description, it says February 25th. Get your facts straight, will you?
They must have had a senior moment.
Clearly.
The fuck? That's going to confuse the whole fucking hell out of fans of this band.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe February, maybe what? April.
We'll see.
We don't know.
Maybe they'll pick a happy medium and go with March.
Meet in the middle somewhere.
Right. All right. Up next, we have Shinedown, and we have no information about it.
Not at all. Nothing. All it says is they wanted a more raw sound with less bells and whistles, which honestly, any band should be that way. Agreed. The rawer your sound, the more they're really getting your signature sound, in my opinion. Sure. Says they wanted to make a real record where we focus on just making sure that the band is being heard the way the band needs to be heard. So apparently they've been not so happy with previous releases.
All right.
Could be why it's been a while since we've had anything from them.
All right.
So hopefully it comes out this year.
Hopefully. We'll see. Who knows? All right. I think we should probably try to speed through this a little bit. We've got like half a dozen left.
Yeah, we can definitely speed it.
All right. Up next, Skillet. Meh. I've never been a big fan.
It's one of those bands that you can take or leave it.
Yeah. Agreed. Meh.
Not very special to me. So
no. All right, next Slash feat Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators 4. What's the 4? Oh, the 4 is the album title? No. What the hell is the 4? Yes.
The 4 is the album title. I think this is their 4th studio record together.
Okay, well that would make sense, I guess.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of his solo stuff, which actually I think is way fucking better than Guns N' Roses ever was, fucking go out and check it out.
Yes, absolutely.
February 11th.
That's coming right up.
Tune in.
All right. You want the next one?
I can do it. So, Slipknot is supposedly getting ready to drop a new record.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Obviously, big fans.
Right.
So it should be interesting to see what they do. It says it will likely be their last effort with their lifelong label, Roadrunner.
All right. I mean, I've heard a lot of people are dropping from them, so.
Which is sad.
Agreed. They used to be like one of the biggest.
One of the probably one of the best in metal.
Yeah.
As an independent, they're not even a major label.
No.
So they had artists like King Diamond. I think Slayer was on there for a bit.
Type Out Negative was on there.
Wonder what's going on over there in the Roadrunner camp.
I don't know.
Eek.
All right, this next one, Smashing Pumpkins.
They just won't go away.
They just won't. I mean, they're not bad, but like,
no, it's okay. I got nothing against them. There's been some songs in the past that I really dug. I can only take Billy Corgan's voice for so long.
Exactly. I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there with you.
So, and he's describing this possible new effort, a 33-song album.
Oh dear, and it's
kind of a rock opera.
Kind of a rock opera. The only person I know who can successfully do a rock opera is like Devin Townsend.
Agreed.
I don't have high hopes for this at all.
I don't think I could sit through a 33-song album by them. I just
can't.
Can't do it.
No. Next. All right, now that's what I'm looking forward to. 3 Days Grace.
Yes, this should be very good. Haven't heard anything from them since 2018, but we will get an album called Explosions on May the 6th.
Hell yeah.
So let's see here. It was Still Impossible to Miss, So-Called Life, the first single to come off of that, I think.
Well, clearly it wasn't impossible because I didn't know it came out. And I'm usually good about noticing this shit. So
exactly. But if there's not a lot of press getting thrown around, how the fuck are we supposed to know?
Exactly.
Because you're too busy writing lists like this piece of shit.
Exactly. All right, now this next one, I don't know who this is. Do you?
Under Oath, I've heard of, but I don't think I've actually really heard anything. I don't think I've actually heard any of their stuff, but they are metalcore.
Okay.
But now, again, with the problem with that genre is they're so oversaturated, a lot of these bands just fall through the cracks. Could be good. I don't know. But apparently January 14th, which is next week, I believe, they're dropping a new album.
Hang on. A total of 5 tracks from this album have already been released?
I'm still in last week. Fuck it.
I'm confused. How have they already released 5 tracks from this album? Are they doing one of those, you drop a single every couple weeks or something? Like, what the frig?
Yeah, to keep everybody interested because, I mean, their last effort was in 2018.
Oof.
This is where bands make huge mistakes.
Agreed.
Okay, well, and it's only their forthcoming album. If you're going to want to stay relevant, you have got to constantly put shit out.
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah.
This could be interesting for this next band.
Agreed.
I only knew of them because they did a cover, a pop cover, but it was really well done. I think it was Taylor Swift's song. Yep, that was the one.
Okay.
They covered it, and it was like, wow, a hardcore version of Taylor fucking Swift.
I don't know if I heard it, but now I need to.
Yeah, look it up for sure. But apparently, they haven't had anything out since 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Lost one of their musicians, I guess, from the band, left. But they're considered to be metalcore vets, so that's interesting. And dropped a couple of singles, and they're just hoping that the new album really hits good. Don't have a title, don't have a date. Sorry, they fucked up. They gave us
now this next one, I'm very confused. They're putting out 4 albums this year. Weezer, it says They dished out 2 records in 2021 and spent the other parts of the year hatching a plan for 2022, which should see the release of their 16, 17, 18, and 19th albums, one on the first day of each of the seasons of the year. Whoa, what the hell?
If you're familiar with Weezer, they're kind of quirky.
Yep. That they are.
Although, interesting enough, they put out a record in 2020. So it's not like they've been out of the game for a while, but I guess they're just trying to be themed. Don't necessarily know if it's going to be that great because that's a whole lot of Weezer, and pretty much could only take bits and pieces of them. Not 4 fucking albums worth.
You know, out of all the bands I listen to, I tend to go on like binges where I just listen to one band for a while. And I've never done that with Weezer. I can't.
I can honestly say that I could never. No, not at all. No. Weezer, come on.
No. All right. Well,
that's all we got.
That's all we got here. Just real quick, is there anything that you've heard of coming out this year that you're particularly interested in? Like, what's your one that you're excited for this year?
Honestly, just Rammstein.
Yeah, I'm good with that. You know, I have to mention it. I'm drinking out of my coffee mug. My dear friends over at Views for Villains is dropping a new album this year. Make sure you check that one out, too. All right.
And Black Tar Superstar will be dropping another record this year.
Hell yeah.
Well.
And I heard rumors Moonspell might be doing something this year. It might not be till next year, but I hope so.
Nice.
Yes.
Killer.
Absolutely. Well,
thank you all for joining us this morning.
Thank you all for joining us. It's been a fucking blast. We appreciate the audience participation. And
we like that shit.
We do. We'll see you next time.
Most definitely. And as always, stay heavy.